Hi, this is Sweet Jude coming back at you with another interesting video topic. I have a question. You guys can answer it in the comment section. Should black women stop wearing weaves? Should we stop wearing weaves as black women? Should we stop wearing weaves? I just thought that would be an interesting video. I just thought that would be an interesting topic of discussion. Since there's a lot of talk about and controversy surrounding black women wearing weaves, that's a good question. Should we as black women stop wearing weaves? Should we? Let me know in the comment section what you think we us black women should stop doing. Now, let me point out some interesting facts to you about weaves. You go back and you look at the video that I did in the hair store, and I was pointing out the Afrocentric weaves, because I think a lot of people claim that when black women wear weaves, we get accused of trying to be white, and there is a lot of Afrocentric looking weaves, and I was in the hair store and I pointed out some Afrocentric looking weaves that was in the store, and there's all types of, and I think I have a braided piece. If you go back to that video, check that video out. I'm in the hair store and I'm pointing out some Afrocentric weaves. One of them was a braided weave. It was a braided, type hairstyle, and one of them was seemed like it had more of an African American type texture to it, and the other one was kind of like an Afro type weave. So there's all different types. If you go to your any hair store, there's all different types of weaves. It's not just European type weaves. As I showed in that video, there are a lot of Afrocentric looking weaves. So, but a lot of times black women get accused of, when we wear weaves, we get accused of trying to be white. And my point on that was that if you're wearing the Afrocentric weaves, how are you trying to be white when it's based on a black woman's hairstyle? If it's based on a black woman's, if the style of the weave is based on a black woman's hairstyle, and it's more of an Afrocentric type style, then you're not trying to be white. You're just trying to wear something different. Me, I have very thin hair. My hair is very thin, and I don't know if it's because I'm going through my change, but I'm having a difficult time growing my hair out to where I want to grow it. That's why right now I'm wearing the braids. I'm not wearing them just for vanity reasons, but I'm wearing my braids in attempts to try to grow my hair out. And kind of as a protective hairstyle, because like I said, over the summer I went natural because I can't do my pieces. I can't wear my pieces in the summer because I get really hot and I have hot flashes on top of the heat, and I just can't stand that thing being on my head and doing all that sweat underneath it, and I just won't wear it, Plus, I like going natural in the summer. I do like going natural in the summer. It's kind of liberating. I think that all women should go natural for a time. I won't say go natural permanently. I think for a time, I think that every now and then, for a couple months, black women should switch it up and go natural for a while. Give your scalp the opportunity to breathe, and but the thing is, over the summer, like in the beginning of the summer, it seems like I had more hair, because when I was wearing my quick weaves. I wear quick weaves, and what quick weaves are, or they call them half wigs. What half wigs are is that they're kind of like, I think they're better than wigs, because wigs, to me, when I wear a wig, I feel like I actually have a hat on my head, and they don't really give your scalp the opportunity to breathe. The half wigs have a thinner thing up underneath it, and they give your scalp the opportunity to breathe, which in turn makes it feel more natural on your hair. The quick weaves or the half wigs feel more natural on your hair because it allows your scalp the opportunity to breathe. And they have the combs in the front and they have the combs in the back. Some people, they say you can have, that's why they call them half wigs. You kind of put them halfway and then have your natural hair covering up over it. But I don't wear them. Typically when I wear them, I just pull them in from the front. So I love them. I love the various different styles that they come in. I'm the type of woman I like to, and I think a lot of women are like that. I like to switch it up. I like to do different things. And I love the various different styles that they come in. And I think sometimes I like to wear them out of convenience. If I getting up in the morning, get ready to go to work, I can just throw that thing on my head and keep it moving. And before I went natural, I was wearing my quick weaves. You guys see my piece I had back in the spring. And I typically braid my hair underneath, and I wear that. And, after I took it off, get ready to go natural for the summer, it seems like I had a little bit more hair. And once I started going natural, my hair is thin enough to where I could pull it back in a little bun or something like that, or wear a small afro. And so it seemed like at the end of the summer, by the time the end of the summer came around, my hair was a lot thinner than it was in the beginning, because with all the combing and the brushing every day, because, I have to, I would braid my hair every night, particularly if I'm going to wear an afro, a little small afro. I would braid my hair at night, and so I could kind of, in a sense, blow it out, and then take the braids out in the morning, and then pick it out, and everything like that. With the combing and the brushing, that's with putting coconut oil. I use pure coconut oil on my hair, and I use the other two. And with putting the moisturizer in my hair. That's with putting the coconut oil and the moisturizer in my hair. It seemed like at the end of the summer, my hair was a little thinner. So a lot of times, when a woman braids her hair, she puts extensions in her hair, or she wears a weave can sometimes act as a protective hairstyle. Sometimes the weave is a protective hairstyle to prevent your hair, whatever it is, the style that you want to wear, you get it in a form of a weave. Or some women, like I said, on another video, I don't do sew-ins or glue-ins anymore, because when I did a sew-in and I did a glue-in before, and it always would take my hair out. So me personally, I don't do sew-ins and glue-ins anymore. But women sometimes get a sew-in, they get a glue-in, and now they even have this new technique where they put they put a mesh thing, they braid your hair underneath, and they put like a mesh thing over it, and then they put the weave on that. And so it's in a sense, it's a protective. And a lot of women have long hair up under the weave, but they don't want to put the heat on their hair to style, to put if they put the weave on, particularly if it's human hair, they can put that heat on there, they can do all kinds of things to that weave to achieve the style that they want, as opposed to doing that to their own hair. If you put too much heat, one thing about black women's hair, our hair is very, very sensitive, and particularly if it's thinner. My hair is thin, and if I put too much heat on it, I have to be careful not to put too much heat on my hair. That's why from time to time, if I going natural, sometimes I will press it out, but I'm careful not to do that too much, because I don't want to put too much heat in my hair. Because that can, if we put too much heat in our hair, it can damage it. It's very easy for a black woman's hair to become brittle and break off. It's very easy, particularly if she's wearing perms. If a black woman is wearing perms, you have to be careful about putting the heat on there because you already got the chemical on there. So you got to be careful about putting too much heat on there. Like if you're getting up every day and you're doing a lot of heat styling, that could damage the hair and it could break down the hair and literally cause your hair to break off and fall off. So a lot of times black women will wear the weave as a protective style, if you will, so they can do all the things to the weave. They can put the heat on the weave. They can do all types of different heat styling and everything to that weave, and they can protect their own hair underneath. So, like I said, in the summer, I don't think I had as much hair as I had in the beginning of the summer. That was a little frustrating because throughout the summer, I'm combing and I'm brushing my hair throughout the summer in an effort to try to style it. And so, and that's even with putting the coconut oil on my hair and the moisturizers to soften it up. So black women's hair are our hair is very sensitive. Black women with a thicker head of hair have a little bit more leeway than black women that have thinner hair, like myself. Because black women that have thicker hair have less likely of having the breakage. But they still can have the breakage if they're putting too much heat on it. You know, if they're putting too much heat in it, that's particularly if they're putting the chemicals on it. If they're putting too much heat in the hair, they still can have the breakage. So, black women's hair is very sensitive in that sense. So, if we would stop wearing the weaves altogether, then we have to be really careful to not put too much heat on the hair, making sure that we're not doing too much combing to the point to where we're pulling our hair out, because our hair is very sensitive. And so that's why a lot of black women do wear the weave. It's as a protective hairstyle. And it's like I said, I love the different various styles that they come in, and I can't get my hair in that style. You know, I can't get my hair in that style, or even if I get a braided weave. One time I had a ponytail, it was a braided ponytail. Well, if I don't feel like sitting down getting my hair braided like that, I can throw on the braided weave, and boom, I'm on my way. So that's why I think those are some reasons why a lot of black women wear weave. It's not always a matter of trying to be white or trying to be something that you're not. Because I will tell people in a minute, if I wear one of my pieces, I will tell people in a minute that, well, this is my piece. And I'm not ashamed. I'm not trying to pass it off as my own hair. I will tell people in a minute, but the thing is, my hair is very, very thin. And so, like over the summer, like I said, when I went natural, I think I did lose some hair between the beginning of the summer and the end of the summer. Well, I'm trying to grow my hair. So now I'm going through the process of where I'm wearing the braids, not just for style, but I'm trying to grow my hair out. Because ultimately, you know, like I said, my natural hair dream is to have an afro, but I want to have a nice size afro. And even with me, my hair is so thin that even when I wear an afro, I'll go to the gym and I'll start sweating, and then that thing will be like, or at the end of the day, if I sweat at work, if I sweat too much, at the end of the day, that thing will be like, and that's another thing. Black women have to deal with shrinkage. We have to deal with shrinkage. Depending on the length of your hair, depending on the thickness, like if, like I said, my hair is very thin, so shrinkage is really, really bad for me. You know, when before I got my braids, I kind of just put some moisturizer on it and brush my hair back. And my hair looked like it was about that thin. But when I pressed it out, then it looked like it was like that. So because my hair is thin, I have a lot of shrinkage, and a lot of black women, we have to deal with a lot of shrinkage when we do wear our hair natural. And some people, like black women, like to wear dreads, but not everybody wants to do dreads. And so we wear our hair natural. It is, in fact, a lot of maintenance. It is, in fact, a lot of maintenance for us to wear our hair natural. And sometimes it's just easier just to get the weave. And sometimes it's easier just to get the piece or the wig. In a sense, it is a protective hairstyle. And like I said, I love the different styles that they like. I showed you in my other video. Check that video out. I'm showing you some Afrocentric weaves. And one of them was really pretty. You know, it looked like a African-American type texture. And personally, I love the Afrocentric weave more than I do the straight weave. I don't particularly care for, I have a straight piece that I wear sometimes, but I don't really wear it that much because it's always in my face and, I always got to do this, and I don't prefer doing that all the time. And so, as far as I'm concerned, straight pieces are overrated, because when I do wear a straight piece, all I'm going to do is pull it back in a ponytail. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm going to wind up pulling that thing up in a ponytail. Go figure. But a lot of black women will wear the weave. They could style the weave. They could put heat on the weave and all that stuff. And if it gets too much damage, they just take it off and do another one or do their natural hair or whatever. And they're not putting all that heat and stuff and on their own natural hair. They may want to achieve a certain color. Well, they can put that color on the weave. Instead of putting that color, because there's chemicals in dye. So instead of putting those chemicals in that dye on their natural hair, they can do it to the weave. And they can get the look that they want to achieve without damaging their own hair. So I'm just trying to educate you guys and everything. But give me an answer in the comment section of what you think. Should black women stop wearing weaves? Should we stop wearing weaves? But if we do stop wearing them, then, mind you, our natural hair is a lot of maintenance. Black men don't understand that because they go to the barbershop and get their hair cut off. That is not an option for black women. And even if they do wear it long, then they got to take care of it just like we got to take care of ours. Okay? So most black men, they'll go to the barbershop and get it cut off. Well, we're women. We can't just go running to the barbershop and getting our hair cut off. Some black women do. That's fine. But most black women want a little hair on their head, and they want to achieve certain styles, so getting it cut off is not an option. So, answer the question in the comment section of what you think. Should us black women stop wearing weaves? I want to know what you think. Okay? Let's talk about this. Sweet Jude, and peace and love.